So Dave Chappelle just released his third comedy special onto Netflix, and some people out there on the interwebs are very upset about the content of that special. And to those people, I have a very important message for them. What I'm going to need you guys to do is set your feet about shoulder width apart. Now you're going to want to squat down into kind of an athletic position where you can move and you're ready to strike. But now while you're down there, don't strike. Reach your hand behind you, feel that space in between, and pull the gigantic stick out of your ass. So I don't claim to be an expert on anything that I talk about on my channel. I'm not an expert in movies, and I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to comedy specials, but I like watching them, so I'm just going to give you a couple of my thoughts on it. So before I jump into any of my analysis on Sticks and Stones, tell you what I liked about it, I'll just give you a little bit of background on Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was one of the biggest comedians in the early 2000s, and he was just like one of the biggest stars in comedy that there ever was. He had the Dave Chappelle show on Comedy Central, and then about 10 years ago, maybe 11 from now or so, he quit that show because he just didn't like what fame was doing to him, so he kind of went on like a 10-year hiatus and just kind of dropped off of the face of the earth. But then he came back, he released 2 big comedy specials on Netflix, and he just released his third one, Sticks and Stones. And this one, for some reason, all of a sudden nowadays, people can't handle comedy as much as they used to, and they're handling this really poorly. A lot of people have been reviewing it, telling people, don't watch this, and if you can't handle raunchy humor, or if you can't handle someone saying the N-word who's like black, it's not some white guy saying it, but if you can't handle any of that, then yeah, probably don't watch it. But that is not at all what these reviewers are saying. They keep saying like, oh, this is like so offensive to people, but this is comedy. What he's saying is to get a laugh. And, I'll be honest, I don't agree with everything that he says in his comedy special, but you want to know something? I loved it. I don't need to agree with everything that he has to say, and I'm more waiting for his punchline to what he has to say. And I really enjoyed this comedy special. I think that what he does and the kind of cadence that he has when he talks is so special to himself. Dave Chappelle is still one of the greatest comedians ever to have lived. In this comedy special, he talks about so many things that are landmine topics nowadays. He talks about the LGBT community. He talks about Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. What else did he talk about? He does several impressions that are hilarious. He talks about Kevin Hart and how everyone just ridiculed him when he was going to be hosting the Oscars, and just the kind of crap that he got for some of the things he said, even though he is loved by pretty much all of us. Like, we all love watching his comedy specials, watching his movies, but for some reason, like, something pops up where we find out, whoa, this guy isn't perfect, and we decide to tear him down, and then Chappelle just attacks that we did that, and I thought it was perfect. Comedy is in this really weird zone right now, and people are just kind of attacking comedians, and it's really bizarre because comedians like Dave Chappelle and pretty much all effective comedians always speak in extremes to get us to see some ironic truths about reality, and they're little things that like pretty much everyone knows to be true, or at least can see like past the nuance and just see kind of some dark humor behind something. People need to stop being so sensitive nowadays and taking themselves so seriously, and also taking the fact that people want to be so virtuous, taking that so seriously so that they can't take any jokes. And that's exactly what this comedy special is about. It's literally called Sticks and Stones. Sticks and stones may break my bones. You get the idea. People are still freaking out about it. And you know what? If you are any sort of a free speech advocate, give this a watch. You don't have to love it, but I cannot say that I wasn't laughing the whole time through this comedy special. I loved it to death, and I'm going to watch it several more times, I'm sure, by the end of this month. Now, this grade doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot because I'm not going to be grading a ton of comedy specials, but here it goes. I'm going to give Sticks and Stones a 9 out of 10. I love this comedy special. If you guys have Netflix, give it a watch. Promote it. On Rotten Tomatoes, there have been like 5 reviews or something right about now, and it's at 0%, which means that all the critics who thought it was funny are not reviewing it, and all the people who like are super butthurt about it are reviewing it, and they gave it literally a 0%. It's Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest comedians of all time, and this has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. If that doesn't tell you something about critics these days, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, you guys, I'm still working on my new grading system for my videos. I'm working on it really hard to make it as best as it can be, and I think that it will really give my videos more character, and then also help you guys get a better idea of a fun way to analyze my thoughts on the video through my grade. Thank you guys for watching this video. Press the like button, press the subscribe button, notification button. Check me out on Instagram at Jared Gilster. I release when I'm going to be talking about movies on there and when I'm going to be releasing my videos, so check me out there, and I'll see you guys next time.